The power of Christ compels you. Oh, does he now? Well, I'll tell you what, right? Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Stay tuned.
It's astounding.
Time is fleeting. Madness
Takes its toll.
But listen.
Hey YouTube, it is I, Random Ross, and welcome to another Top 10. So we've gone from the pre-60s to the 60s, now we're at the 70s. Yes, we are counting down the top 10 horror monsters of the 70s. Now this is including monsters that were in cinemas and horror movies between 1970 to 1979. Yes, so this again, as usual, has been voted by the Horror Amino community. I want to say thanks for voting on my poll. So here are the results. And if you haven't seen my previous two top 10 horror monsters of the pre-60s and top 10 horror monsters of the 60s, yeah, they say that right, pre-60s and 60s, then you can find all that in the description below. So, without further ado, let's do the top 10. Okay, so let us start our countdown off from number 10. So, in number 10 we have Frankenstein's Monster, The Horrors of Frankenstein, 1970. Portrayed by Dave Prowse, who we all know as Darth Vader and the Green Crosscode Man. This other take on the Frankenstein franchise sees a young Victor Frankenstein creating a monster, and he seems to be a bit more evil at it. Okay, what do we have at number 9? Number 9 we got the shark, Jaws, from Jaws, 1975. Now this is like an aquatic sea monster, Jaws terrorizing the beaches of Amity Bay, and Chief Brody, a fish expert and a fisherman, must stop the beast from eating people in the sea. Next, at number 8, we have The Mutants from The Hills Have Eyes, 1977. It's, directed by the late great Wes Craven. Yes, I've only seen the original film once, but I did like it. It was okay, quite graphic and violent like the others are. But yes, fierce evil mutants, all from deformed and mutated from radiation and nuclear. Yes, and that's actually inspired by a historical Scottish mutant family in the Middle Ages, cannibalizing people, so it was inspired by true events. At number 7 we got Lord Summer Lies or Summer Isles or something, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, from The Wicker Man, 1973, starring the great late Christopher Lee and Edward Woodward. Christopher Lee, he plays Lord Summer Isles or whatever I've just said, who leads the town, well, not the town, the small island that he rules. And of course Edward Woodward is late for his appointment with the Wicker Man, and they believe by burning him they will have their crops grown again. So, number 6 we have The Body Snatchers, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1978 remake, starring Donald Sutherland. Like I just said, creatures, aliens spawn on these plants and then take over the human body and its host, and everyone is getting taken by them. Evil aliens, and then they get you, they make that noise to show that they get you. The ending is pretty much as well like, we're all doomed. My sister there stamping her way through the landing. Okay, so number 5 we have Damien Thorne, The Omen, 1976. Raised by an ambassador played by Gregory Peck and his wife, they raised their son. Little of the father knowing the truth of what really happened to their son. They raise another baby, a baby from unknown parenting or birth or anything, born at the exact same time as their baby. They name him Damien. Little do we, yet we find out throughout the film that he is the son of Satan, with his birthmark 666, the devil's number. What are you at number 4? Number 4 we have... That's meant to be the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph, Alien, 1979. The film directed by Ridley Scott. Also its prequel, Prometheus, is directed by Ridley Scott. And apparently the sequel's out this year, Paradise. The Xenomorph is an alien that sort of hatches from like an organic sort of egg thing. And then reaches out, hugs you on the face, planting an egg in your chest till you give birth to a small little creature that grows up quickly, and that is the Xenomorph. Eyeless, but still very deadly, with an extra mouth inside their big one. And we're all born out of the Queen Xenomorph. Okay, so what have we got at number 3? We have... You know such cocks in hell! We have Regan McNeil, The Exorcist, 1973. An innocent, cute girl who just plays on a Ouija board with her mother soon gets possessed by a demon believed to be the devil. There, the priests are performing an exorcism on her and, of course, trying to banish the demon from her by having the power of Christ compels you. And also, she slowly turns all evil and demonic. People say it's horrible and heart-wrenching, but I have always found it hilarious. But you know, it's the 70s, it's a different time. Okay, so we have only 2 more left. And at number 2 we got Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, a deformed redneck that gets passers-by and cannibalizes on them, and then using their skin and bones to make furniture, also taking their face and wearing it. Yes, also, this monster was inspired by the true events of Ed Gein. Now, if you're a horror fan like I am, you will know Ed Gein. I don't need to explain it to you. So, do we have any honourable mentions before I reveal my number 1 pick? Let me think. From the top of my head, because I could only put 10 in here. Do you know what? I can't think of honourable mentions. Anyway, let's just get to my number 1 pick that you all voted for. Number 1, Michael Myers from Halloween 1978. Now, Michael Myers, as you know, was a kid who killed his sister on Halloween night 1963. His sister Judith Myers spends 15 years in Smith's Grove Sanitarium, but then escapes and returns home, and goes on a evil killing spree wearing nothing but a white Shatner mask, overalls, and a knife. Yes. So, Michael Myers is number 1. So, thanks for voting. So yeah, that was the top 10 horror monsters of the 70s. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks again to the Horror Amino community for voting and, you know, doing this top 10 with me. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, share. What are your top 10 horror monsters of the 70s? Like I said, you can watch the previous ones down below in the description. So yeah, be sure, like I've just said, be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye friends. Oh yeah, and don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter. That's all linked down below so you can stay updated and see what I get up to outside of YouTube. Also, as I said, the Horror Amino, and also as I forgot to say at the beginning, Horror Amino is a free app that you can use, especially if you're a massive horror fan. and I will link all that down below so you can find out how to join if you're interested. It's a free app, so if you like horror, then feel free to join. So yeah, see ya.